So today we have something different or uniquely presented content here, where you would hear an audio file first, along with the animation. And here, in this conversation between two people, it's a story of a boy and girl who were friends when they were classmates. And due to some reasons, they had to part ways. And finally, they meet each other one fine day. So let's see what happens when they meet each other.
Hi, Suraj.
Hey Sneha, I'm surprised to see you.
Oh, yes. So nice to meet you after a very long time.
So, what do you do? Where have you been?
I was in Delhi till last year. I moved to Bhopal recently.
Oh, I see. I'm very happy to meet you.
Seriously, but I'm really angry with you. You never called me back.
I'm sorry. I was very sad when I heard that you left for Delhi. I was afraid that I will never meet you again.
Well, the world is a very small place. So, we've met again.
I'm glad we did.
So students, did you see the animation with the voiceover? Yes. So this is a story about a boy and girl named Sneha and Suraj, and they meet each other after a very long time. Now, I will play this audio yet again, and this time we will also have the dialogues displayed. So students, please pay attention, listen to the audio, and also try to read the text in this audio file. Ready? Let's move on.
Hi, Suraj.
Yes. So students, what did you observe? Greetings. Right. The first thing that you do when you meet somebody is greeting the person. And since it is an informal conversation, Sneha here has greeted her friend Suraj by saying hi. Right? Let's see what happens
Hey
next.
Sneha, I'm surprised to see you.
All right. To which Suraj responds saying, Hey Sneha, I'm surprised to see you. And students, I'm sure if you meet your friend suddenly on a road, you would be surprised to meet your friend. So if you see the feeling or the emotion that Suraj has on his mind at this moment is being surprised. He is amazed. He's very surprised to see his friend. When you get a gift from somebody and you don't know, it's a surprise for you, right? So you are surprised to receive the gift, isn't it? Okay, let's move on.
Oh, yes. So nice to meet you after a very long time.
Yes. So Sneha answers saying, Oh, yes, so nice to meet you after a very long time.
So, what do you do? Where have you been?
Now, Suraj is very keen to know where Sneha was for all these years. So he asks, So what do you do? Where have you been?
I was in Delhi till last year. I moved to Bhopal recently.
So Sneha talks about where she was. So where was she? Right. She was in Delhi till last year, and I moved to Bhopal recently. So she was there in Delhi for so many years till last year, and now she has moved to Bhopal recently.
Oh, I see. I'm very happy to meet you.
To which Suraj says, Oh, I see. I'm very happy to meet you. So now there is another feeling or emotion that is running on Suraj's mind, which is the feeling of being happy. Students, don't you feel happy when you meet somebody after a very long time? You do, isn't it? So the same way, Suraj here is also very happy. He's very joyful. He's very cheerful. Why? Because he's able to meet his friend.
seriously, but I'm really angry with you. You never called me back.
To which Sneha says, seriously, but I'm really angry with you. You never called me back. Yes? Now, you know that Suraj had an emotion or a feeling of being happy. But then, what does Sneha have to say? Is she also happy? Yes, she is happy, but then at the same time, she is angry with him. And why is that? Because he never called her back. Yes. So when you have people very close to you, maybe your friends or your family members, when they don't call you back, you have the emotion or you feel angry, isn't it? Why didn't you call me back? I waited for your call such a long time. Why didn't you call me back? Right? So although Sneha is happy, she also feels angry with him. She's upset with him.
I'm sorry. I was very sad when I heard that you left for Delhi. I was afraid that I will never meet you again.
So now, the minute Suraj learns that Sneha was angry with him, he immediately apologizes. He says, I'm sorry. And he says, I was very sad. When I heard that you left for Delhi, I was afraid that I'll never meet you again. So now he's talking about his feelings at the time when Sneha was going to Delhi. So he was sad at one place that he will be missing his friend. And the second thing, he was afraid that he will never meet her again. So he's talking about the emotions or the feelings that he had at the time when he was parting ways with Sneha, right?
Well, the world is a very small place. So we've met again.
To which Sneha says, well, the world is a very small place. So we've met again, right? So she says, wherever far we go, the world is still a very small place and we had to meet one day. And so we are here meeting
I'm
each other.
glad we did.
To which Suraj again tells that he's glad that he met her. So now the emotion or the feeling that Suraj is displaying is of being glad, is of being happy. Right, students? Okay. Now, after this story here, let's move on to recap those important words which came in this conversation. All right? So at this juncture, we are going to listen and repeat these words here. Okay? So as you can see, the emotion or the expression of the person who's here on the screen right now is of being happy. Right? Can you repeat after me? Happy? Perfect. I am happy today. Very good, students. And the next expression of the girl that you see here is of a person who's very surprised. She's shocked. She is amazed. Yes? So you will say, I am surprised to see you. Can you repeat after me? Perfect. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so now here you see a person who is afraid of something. He's perhaps biting his nails, isn't it? Some people have this habit of chewing their nails or biting their nails when they are afraid, okay, or when they are anxious. There is an interesting India-Pak match going on, and then you have the last over and a few runs to win. So what is your expression? You're not afraid at that point, but then you are anxious. You don't know what's going to happen. So you start chewing your nails. So some people also out of anxiety, they feel afraid. They are a little afraid or scared of things. So we have a person here who exhibits the expression or the feeling of being afraid. Okay, I'm afraid of writing the test. Can you repeat after me? I am afraid of writing the test. Perfect, students. Okay, next we have a student here, or a person here who is emoting that he is angry. Can you see his fist closed? Yeah, and his teeth, the way he is making that expression on his face. He's very angry. He's not happy that something is not going correct. Yeah, something is happening wrong or not the way it should have happened. So he is angry. I am in an angry mode today. I am in an angry mood today. Can we repeat this? I am in an angry mood today. Perfect, students. Let's see the next one. Okay, so we have a person here who is very sad, right? He doesn't look happy. He looks very sad. He looks dull. And then he's all pale. There is no expression to his face. So I am feeling very sad today. I am feeling very sad today. Perfect, students. So now that we have recapped the main words of the vocabulary which we have come across in the conversation between Sneha and Suraj, and we have also have had a recap and a exercise of the same. Now let's move on and see what we have in store for us next. Okay, students. Now next what we have here is an exercise which is complete the following sentences using the clues from the table. So let's see what these sentences are. Okay, wait. Don't you think these sentences look very similar? Have you seen them before? Yes, you have. We just saw and heard the conversation between Sneha and Suraj. So we have taken these sentences from the same conversation, and we have our helping words here, or the clues that are there from the table, which you will use to complete the exercise, right? So let's look at the first one there. Hey Sneha, I'm dash to see you. So if you can recollect from our story, what was the feeling when he first saw Sneha? Do you think he was happy? Do you think he was afraid? Angry? Sad? Surprised? What was he like? All right, I can hear some answers there. Correct. The students are answering me saying that Suraj was surprised. He was surprised to see and meet Sneha. Right? Moving on to the second sentence. Oh, I see. I'm very dash to meet you. So immediately when the first expression or feeling was that of being surprised, what was the next expression? Suraj was very happy, right, students? Suraj was very happy to meet Sneha. Moving on to the next one. Seriously, but I'm really dash with you. You never call me back. Now here, if you look at the sentence, there is somebody who is not happy about the fact that this person hasn't called back. So what could be the answer? Was she happy? No, she was very angry. You're right, students. She was very angry with Suraj. Moving on to the fourth one. I'm sorry, I was very dash when I heard that you left for Delhi. Right? Now, this is the feeling that Suraj had when they parted ways. He was very sad. That's right, students. So Suraj was very sad when he heard that you left for Delhi. Coming to the last one, I was dash that I'll never meet you again. So yes, the last answer here is afraid. So he was afraid that he will never meet Sneha again. Right? Okay. So now I'm sure that you are thorough with these 5 words of the vocabulary, and you will be able to use them in your daily conversation. So let's move on to the next part. So here we have an exercise for you where you're going to match the following facial expressions to their words. So what we are ideally going to do is we are going to give you images of facial expressions and what they actually mean. So these are all in jumbled form, and you will be rearranging them or matching them according to the correct choices. Right? So let's see the first one. Yes. Is that right, students? Does she show the expression of being happy? Is there a smile on her face? Yes, there is. Let's look at the next one. Surprised. So which one do you think is the right option? Yes? Any guesses? Right, students. Yes, that's the expression of the girl who looks very surprised. Next we have angry. So do you remember the image of the boy, how it was when he was angry? How was his mouth? How were the teeth? Yes? And how was his fist? He looked very angry, isn't it? Right. So here we have another image of the girl who looks angry. And which one is that? This one? Yes? Let's match it and see if that is the correct one. Of course, that's the right answer. Next, we are looking for a girl who is afraid. The expression that she shows on the face should be that of a person who is afraid or scared. Yes? So she looks very scared. Perhaps she spotted a cockroach, and that's why she is afraid of looking at the cockroach. And finally, we have the last one, which is sad. So as you can see from her expression, she doesn't look very happy. She doesn't show a very smiley face. She looks very sad. Right? Okay, so let's move on to the next part of our class.